Welcome to Meet the Candidate 2022, and we're here recording at Dry Fly Distillery, and I'm sitting down with Deanna Crull, and she is running for District Court Judge, Position 6.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. We haven't often interviewed judges candidates because usually those races are not contested, but you are in a contested race.
That's correct.
So here is an opportunity for you to introduce yourself to people. This is the nonpartisan, non-political interview.
Yes, thank you so much. And as you said, a lot of times these are not contested, but because we had two judges who are going to be retiring, both positions are hotly contested. And a little bit about myself. I've been an attorney for over 20 years. I have a diverse experience, everything from prosecution to defense, some civil, a lot of trials, everything from, assault trials to homicide trials. I've had my own firm since 2009 locally here in Spokane. I've just spent my career as an attorney giving back to the community in Spokane.
Well, I'm going to take you back before that and talk a little about the things that shape each of us is you know, like where we were born and where we grow up, our early schooling. And so where did you grow up?
So I was born in Los Angeles, and I have a pretty unique coming about, I guess. I was adopted when I was 3 days old. The individuals who adopted me, my mother and dad, they were told that they could not have any more children after losing their first daughter. So I was adopted. 6 months later, my brother was born. So
I've heard of that happening.
I tell people, oh, I have a brother who's 6 months younger, and they do the math, and they're like, what? And then we have another brother who's a few years younger than us, and my sister was adopted from Korea 7 years after that. So there's a little bit of difference, but there's 4 of us. We moved up to Washington, the west side in the Bothell area, right before Mount St. Helens exploded. So I remember seeing pictures of my dad out in a couple inches of ash in the front yard. Wonderful growing up, just involved in everything from school activities to church to sports. My mom was fortunately able to be a stay-at-home mom. So I grew up over there until I graduated in 1994 and chose to make Spokane my home when I came to undergrad.
Okay, where did you do your undergrad?
Gonzaga.
And law school also?
Gonzaga. I knew at an early age that the law was going to be my passion, so I only applied to Gonzaga, knowing I was only going to go to Gonzaga Law School. So that was kind of probably not the best idea. I should have had some options, but when I decided what I wanted to do, I pursued it.
Well, being decisive is probably a good quality in a judge.
Yes.
Okay. So have you had some, or I guess I want to ask the first job question. What was your first job that you had where you kind of connected work and pay?
Well, I used to babysit, and I would ride my bike 2 miles to a house to babysit and ride back and save all my money. And the job after that, I was a karate instructor. That was, yes, I don't think that they, had a minimum age requirement for that. But that was big in my life growing up, that structure. And so as I excelled, I focused on teaching kids.
That's the most interesting teaching job I think I've heard today.
Oh, and then I did teach kids the basics of swimming, so putting their face in the water, blowing bubbles, anything involving kids. I generally hovered around that growing up.
Okay. And the other thing that shapes how we look at our own communities is opportunities to travel and see other communities. Are there some travel experiences that have informed your life?
Yes, I loved that I had the ability to travel to Australia when I was competing in a karate tournament. I've traveled to a lot of the states. I've traveled to Toronto. I haven't got as many places as I would have liked, for sure, but the ones that I have traveled to, I just enjoy. I enjoy immersing myself in everything that's different.
Is there some different experience that's really stuck with you?
Oh my goodness. Oh. I mean, Australia was just amazing, from their seasons being different than ours to their slang language to their native animals. It was just a great experience when I was in high school.
That would be, especially as the first trip overseas, to be someplace completely different like that. So you told us a little bit about life today at work. How's your life today, home and recreation and things that you like to do?
Oh, there's so many things that I love to do. I joke because it's like, well, what hat am I wearing today? I have, like I mentioned, my own firm that focuses on criminal law. I was recently recruited to be the prosecutor for the city of Ritzville. I'm a pro tem judge and have been for the last 3 years in Spokane County District Court,
So what does a pro tem judge do?
So I describe a pro tem judge as like a substitute teacher for judges. Okay. So when a judge calls in sick or is on holiday, then I step in and cover everything from tow hearings, infractions, up to, show cause violations, meaning they did something they weren't supposed to do, jail dockets, you name it, I have to step in and cover it. I have that position in the Kalispell tribe as well. I'm on their roster if they need me. And then in addition to being a pro tem in Airway Heights for a year, I became their commissioner a year ago. So I have about 5 hats I'm wearing at any one time, and I kid people, I just would like one job. And I think this is going to be the best of all of them.
So that would answer the question to what inspired you to run for this office, is that you would have one job doing all the same things you're doing in 5 jobs.
Yes, and I love it. The last 3 years, I can tell you, I've done defense, I've done prosecution. Being a judge is the hardest out of all of them, by far. There's so much that you have to know. One weekend I spent learning about landlord-tenant, automotive repair, and home repair, just for the small claims docket I was covering that next day. So you're always learning. It's always something different.
Okay. Well, I close this by giving you the opportunity. You have the floor, a minute or so to wrap up and answer the question, why should people vote for Deanna Crull for District Court Judge Position 6?
I'd like to think that not only do I have the experience, but the demeanor. I have a proven track record of being able to look at a situation and understand when somebody needs to be held accountable, when we have community safety issues, or there's a victim's rights issue, as well as making sure that defendants' constitutional rights are being upheld, and whether or not reducing recidivism is going to be best served by therapeutic programs or options. So I have a track record there. I love the Spokane community, and I'm ready for the position.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming in today, Deanna.
Thank you so much.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
From Chud Sr. to Dick Wendell, to Kristen and myself.
And now to our kids. Our goal is to help people drive for generations.
From roll-up windows to power everything. From stick to automatic. From gas to electric.
No one can totally predict what technology is coming our way.
But I can guarantee we will be here before and after the sale, giving you the confidence for generations to come.
That's the Wendell way. Drive for generations.
Hey voters, join me, Kirk Cameron, on Saturday, September 24th with We Believe, We Vote at the Spokane Convention Center for a night of celebrating biblical citizenship.
Join We Believe We Vote for our annual fundraiser on Saturday, September 24th, 2022 with Kirk Cameron. For tickets and event information, please visit WeBelieveWeVote.com. That's WeBelieveWeVote.com. We'll see you there.
Weather in the inland Northwest can wear you down. And if your gutters are in poor condition or you do not have gutters, you could suffer damage that could cost a fortune to fix. Rainman Seamless Rain Gutters has almost 30 years of professional experience in serving the inland Northwest region and strives to ensure customer service that is second to none. From the time you call to the end of the project.